Welcome to MacLean Life Coaching's co-creative meditations using RIM, Regenerating Images in Memory. RIM is an emotional processing tool used by therapists and coaches around the world to quickly and easily resolve emotional discomfort and empower clients to thrive. Typically, RIM is used in individual sessions where the facilitator is following the client, so the hour or 2-hour sessions are very healing and specific. In these co-creative meditations, I will be giving the framework, and your subconscious mind will be filling in the specifics for the most impact and healing experience for you. Each time you listen, even to the same meditation, you'll have a different experience. There's no way to do this wrong, and there's no way to do it more right. If you're interested in having a personal session, interested in learning RIM, or want to know more, please visit my website at www.macleanlifecoaching.com. So welcome everyone. Today's topic is going to be kind of connecting with self. So go ahead and take a nice deep breath. Feel your body relax. Feel your mind relax. Just feel your awareness going down inside your body as your body expands with breath and then returns. Just remembering that there's no way that you can do this wrong, and there's no way to do it more right. That however this is happening for you is exactly right. There's no trying here. There's no striving. It's just being and noticing what's coming up. So just notice what your body's feeling. Notice how you're feeling as you sit in the chair. Notice the temperature of the air. Just everything in your environment, just noticing it. Not trying to control anything in your body any more than you would try to control the air around you. And just feeling your awareness down inside your body, allowing your body and emotional mind to do the talking in this session. Your imagination is going to call forth a virtual resource, something safe, loving, and powerful. Something that provides you wisdom, something that provides you safety. And whatever that virtual resource is, just receiving it as best you can, or maybe this is a journey for you to go on your own, but whatever just pops up for you. And then notice how it feels to have that resource there with you. Or how it feels to do this on your own. Just noticing. Whatever's coming up for you is exactly right. And then as you have your resource there with you, your imagination is going to call forth a timeline that you are standing on. And all the way to the left is the past, and all the way to the right is the future. And you're just standing on this timeline. And just notice what it feels like to be standing there, present in this moment. And as you step off that timeline, take a couple of steps forward and turn around and look back at the timeline. Noticing as you're looking all the way to the past, all the different versions of you that's standing on that timeline as it goes back into the past. Looking further and further, seeing yourself younger and younger. And just walk along that timeline. Noticing what it feels like to look at all those versions of you. Just notice which ones are calling your attention most. Are they specific milestones? Specific times in your life? And notice what it's like to look at those versions. And as you stand back and look at all these different iterations of you, there will be one that calls your attention most. And that could be someone from the recent past. It could be a version of you that's from the distant past. But whichever version of you is calling your attention most, just go ahead and move toward that you. And as you look at that version of you, that younger you, just speaking to that younger you. What it's like for me to look at you is what it feels like for me emotionally to be on this same timeline with you now is. And what I know about you, younger self, that you don't know about you yet is. Because what I can tell you about us is. And this thing that you're worried about. What I want to tell you about that is. And this thing that you're excited about right now. What I want to tell you, younger you, about that is. And what I want to promise you, younger self, is. And anything else that wants to be spoken to your younger self, go ahead and speak it now. And how it feels to say all this to you, younger self, is and now easily moving your awareness from your current self into your younger self, looking through your younger eyes, sensing your younger body, listening through those ears, sensing those emotions of that time that that self is feeling. And as you feel yourself in your younger body and looking out at your current self and sensing all that your current self has spoken as a stream of colored energy that's moving from your current self into your young self. Just notice the color and the quality of that energy, how it's entering your body. And then feeling that energy, feeling it enter your body, expand and express throughout your body, so that your younger self is feeling all of that energy from the tips of your younger toes to the tip of your younger head. And just feeling what that feels like in your younger self. And then speaking as your younger self back to your current self. Current self, what I heard you say, what I've received from you is, and how that feels to receive that from you, older self, is, and what it's like for me to see myself older is, and what I notice about you is, and what I want to tell you about me is, and what I've just really recently learned is, and what I want to give you, current self, is, and what I need from you, current self, is, because I know that with us working together, then and anything else that your younger self wants to say to your current self, just allow it to be spoken. And how it feels to say all this to you is. And now easily moving your awareness back from your younger self into your current self, sensing your current body, sensing your current emotions, and looking through your current eyes back at your young self, and sensing all that the young self has spoken as a stream of colored energy that's moving from the young self to your adult current self. Noticing the color and the quality and where it's entering your body. And then sensing all of that energy that's coming from your younger self. Sensing it coming into your body, receiving it completely, allowing it to expand and express throughout your body. Noticing what that feels like. And then speaking back to your younger self. Younger self, what I've heard you say, what I have received from you is. And what it's like to receive that from you, younger self, is. And what I now realize about you and this time in my life is. And what I now realize about how that has served me is. And what I want to thank you for, younger self, is. And anything else that wants to be spoken to younger self, go ahead and speak it now. And then allowing that interaction with younger self to complete in any way that feels good. And then moving along the timeline in the other direction. moving past all of these younger versions of yourself, past your current self, and now looking at all the future versions of yourself. And notice what that's like. And one of those future versions, one of those older versions of you will call your attention most. And then looking at that version of yourself and speaking to that older version of you, what it's like for me to see you is, and what I want to say is, and now moving your awareness into that older version of you, looking through those older, wiser eyes back at your current self, receiving all that has been spoken as a stream of colored energy, feeling it fill up your older self body. And speaking back to your current self. What I want to tell you is, because what I know about you is, and that thing that you're worried about, what I want to tell you is, and that thing that you're excited about, what I want to tell you about that is, because what I can see from here that you can't yet see is, and what I want to promise you is, because what I know about us is, and anything else that wants to be spoken from your older self to your current self, just allow it to be spoken. Noticing how it feels for your older self to speak that. And then moving your awareness back into your current self, sensing your current body, and sensing all that was spoken by your older, wiser self as a stream of colored energy that you can feel entering your current body. And when that's complete, speaking back to your older, wiser self, what I have received from you, what I now know is, and how it feels to now know that is. And what it's like for me to have you with me is. And anything else that wants to be spoken to your older self, go ahead and speak it now. And how it feels to say all this to you is. And now allowing that interaction to conclude in any way that feels good. And then moving yourself back into your space on the timeline. Looking all the way to the left and all the way to the right. Noticing each version of you, each with their own lesson, each with their own wisdom, each with their own struggles. And really appreciating each version of you. As you stand in line, as you stand in this present moment, fully appreciating who you are, what your learnings are, what your wisdom is. And being very present in this moment. Just noticing any awarenesses that are coming to you, what it feels like emotionally. And sensing those emotions and those feelings in your body. Feeling all of those new awarenesses anchoring down into your cellular memory, written in your subconscious mind, flashing millions of times every split second. Saved in your conscious awareness, able to be retrieved at will. Fully integrating all that's happened, all that you now know, by bringing full feeling back into your arms and legs, fingers and toes, normal awareness back into your mind, your body, your brain. And then as it's complete, you'll open your eyes.